Thank you, Ron.
Hi.
Dr. Z, now, you're a relationship specialist, talking about relationships and coaching, but also coaching men on how to meet women, and I assume vice versa.
Yes, love, sex, dating is my arena. It's
love,
my
sex, and
passion,
dating.
too.
I'm back with Dr. Z. She's the author of a book called Dr. Z on Scoring, and we're not talking about sports handicapping, are we?
Although, you know, I draw a lot of parallels to sports because I wanted, I know guys can relate to sports, so I wanted to draw those analogies because a lot of times some of the same principles apply. You know, you have to have the confidence, sometimes you have to put on bravado, but you also have to have some skills behind it.
Right, and the information.
Yes, exactly.
And when you talk about skills and information, you said earlier one of the hardest things is for a man to have the confidence to open up a conversation with a woman. So what are some of the things that a man can, I mean that's, okay, you're in the supermarket, all right? You see a woman, and the first thing is you're not really sure if she's married or not, right? I mean, so you have to look at their hands, I guess, to look, see if there's a wedding band?
I wouldn't worry about that because if a guy starts to think and overthink that, a lot of times he would get anxious. So what I would do instead is ask her opinion or advice, because you don't have to look like you're picking her up. You don't have to come up and say, hi, my name is. Instead, ask her opinion and advice. It's an easy conversation opener, and women love it when you ask their opinion. You know, you could say, what do you think of, well, if you're in the supermarket, what do you think of this drink? Have you ever tried it before,
But a woman knows you're flirting at that point, right?
Yeah, most women kind of know, but then, but in the same time, if she's not interested, then you don't have to feel rejected. You just asked another human being her opinion or advice. And so I recommend that as one of the easiest approaches for guys.
Okay, so that's a good approach, asking advice, because women like to be knowledgeable and to give advice on everything.
Absolutely,
right?
and they also love men who seek their opinion, because that's a kind of sensitive, caring kind of guy.
Right, because that's the last time men will ever do that with women.
Right. So
okay, what else can men do?
Well, one of the most important things I would say, first of all, you have to always watch your gait and posture, because that's something that studies have shown that women notice. One of the first things they notice about a guy is his gait, shoulders back, very confident, and posture. Like if you look at movies with James Bond, he has the confident swagger, which you can practice, which women notice right away. And the reverse is true. Men notice the sway of the hips in women. So if you look at some of the old movies, that's Marilyn Monroe's famous for her walk and so forth. So that then always smile. I always say guys who don't smile don't score. Smile is like a universal attraction. And to create a genuine smile as opposed to the Pan-American smile, think happy thoughts. If you think happy thoughts, it won't just, your eyes will crinkle, it'll look natural, as opposed to just that kind of stretched out smile.
Okay, so smile, we're going to walk with confidence.
Yeah. Body language.
Ask their advice.
I always tell guys, take up, act dominant. And what I mean by that is take up a lot of room and time. Like if you're ordering a drink, take your time, as opposed to be rushed and, sort of crouched together. So because women perceive guys who take up a lot of room as dominant, even the way they stand with their legs sort of far apart.
So when you say taking up room, it's taking up time also.
Yeah, what I mean by that is that don't rush when you're, say, talking to somebody, ordering a drink, or, when people are nervous, they tend to rush things. So take your time, and don't be afraid to take up space and room.